Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. We are now in 1322. Last year was a year of romance, with Fatima and Zane discovering that they are soulmates, Noah tying the knot with his crush, Daisy, but not before having a little secret woohoo with the innkeeper, who has now set her eyes on Gabriella. We also have our roguishly handsome Kaylin, who started a buggy fling with our farmhand Osha. This year, we have Daisy, Stefanie, and Fatima, who are all pregnant, but I believe they're going to be giving birth in the second half of the year. So for the first half of the year, we have Adrianna's teen role to do, and if all goes well, we are going to start looking at some suitors for her. By the way, I have finally changed my gallery ID to CitrineSimmer, so if you guys would like to download any of my families or builds, you can now easily find them on the gallery. And if you guys have any sims you'd like to see possibly appearing in my game, you can share them using the hashtag citrinedecades. Whenever I'm looking for sims to populate the worlds, I always take a look at that hashtag first, and it just so happens that I'm currently populating Henford and Tortosa with sims under that hashtag. So if you'd like to help me populate the world a little, that would be the best way to do it. So, without delaying further, we are going to do Adrianna's teen role over here, because that is really going to set the tone for the rest of the episode. The only number she needs to avoid is a 7. And 2. She is perfectly fine. We are going to get this young lady aged up and take a look at what her new trait is going to be. Okay, so she was previously an animal enthusiast, moody and impulsive, and she is now whimsical. These sims are unusual, playful, and unpredictable, rather than serious or practical. They are dreamers and out of step with the real world. This makes them really good writers and artists. Huh, okay. I've never had that trait before. Does it fit for Adrianna? I'm gonna give it a chance. And as for her aspiration, we are gonna go into the teen aspirations. Does she want drama? Yeah, I think she wants to live fast, carefree and rules-free, being impulsive and moody and now whimsical. This seems like it would fit the best. And oh wow, she really grew out her hair, didn't she? Wow. Adrianna. She was a tomboy, but this is really interesting. I kind of like this for her. Let's take her into cast and see what we can do. So here's Adrianna before her makeover, and she already looks kind of perfect. She's gorgeous. I'm like so surprised. She was like a moody tomboy for so long that this is like such a cool, unexpected turn of events. I'm gonna change her outfit because this is actually the same as Gabriella's outfit, and I will show you what she looks like after a small makeover. Alright, so here's Adrianna after a minimal makeover. I really did not have to do much except change up her eyebrows and give her a bit more skin details. I did decide to leave her in a dress, although I couldn't help giving her several outfits, so she's got also some outfits that are a little more akin to what she was wearing previously. So this is really an interesting surprise to see that Adrianna really grew up to be an absolute beauty. So while we're here, we're also going to roll to see if she gets married and how many pregnancies she is allowed to have. So we're going to start by rolling a d20 to see if she gets married. And she does, and now we are going to roll a d12 to see how many pregnancies she can try for. 2? Just 2? That's so disappointing. Well, hopefully she's going to do some autonomous woohooing, and it won't be my fault if she gets more than 2 pregnancies. Oh, she kind of looks like Rosemary. Yeah, she seems happy to be 18. Since it's the morning, I am going to get started on some chores, and when we're a little bit later in the day, we are going to start taking a look at who would be an interesting suitor for her. Now that Adrianna is a teen, since we have all of our younger siblings here, I think the family probably figured that Adrianna is much more interested in taking care of animals and taking care of the house or taking care of Fatima's future babies. So what I think might happen is that Frederick is going to come and sit down And he is going to come talk about, you know, maybe needing an extra pair of hands to help with the baby once it comes, to let Fatima rest, while Adrianna is probably going to keep up with work on the farm. They may need someone else to help in the house. And so Rosemary is likely going to suggest that his next sister, so that would be Esther over here, could also move in with him and help take care of the children and the household chores and whatever else he might need. Especially because with Adrianna becoming a teen, she is going to be probably getting married in the next few years, and so if he needs some extra help, it would be good to have another sim over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add Esther to our main household. And Adrianna, instead of doing the chores, is over here insulting her little brother. Having Esther in the home while she was a stayover guest was a little bit buggy, so I decided to send home our stayover guests. Oh, bye. And that seems to have fixed her autonomy. Brayden over here is probably going to be rather proactive in getting his younger sisters married. Now that Adrianna is a teen, he's going to be concentrating his attention on her. But he also knows his sister, and he knows that she probably will not settle for a choice that he is going to make. She is probably going to fight whatever he suggests, and so he is going to take a very easygoing strategy, and he is just going to... I'm going to create a club. So he's going to invite a bunch of potential suitors, and he is going to let her figure out which one she prefers. And hopefully, she is going to like at least one of the sims that he selected, and she's not just going to go out and find some dude at a bar. So let's get a event started, or rather, maybe I should be doing this somewhere else, because if I do this on this gigantic lot, I'm probably going to lose the suitors everywhere. So in fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to create a club with a bunch of potential teen suitors for her, and then we're going to go to a community lot, maybe the park, to have them meet. Okay, so we ended up at the Narwhal Arms just because apparently I can't do a club gathering at the park. Now, of course, Brayden would not bring his 13-year-old sister to a bar to meet a bunch of suitors, but we're just going to have to pretend that this is appropriate. So we've got a few suitors that are here. These are just some random sims that are in my save file. So I'm going to have Adrianna meet them. The reason I had Brayden be the one in the club is so that she can actually have a first impression with them, because if I would have added her to the club, then she would already have like a small relationship with them, and we wouldn't get to see what her first impression is of everyone. So let's go and introduce ourselves. This is Orion Hale. He is one of Gemma's first husband's children. And then we've got Jordan. He is the innkeeper's son. And Herbert, like I said, is just a random sim that I created to populate the world. Let's ditch school and go play hooky somewhere. Would she ditch her own suitor gathering to go with this handsome... Oh, I missed it. Damn it, I missed the opportunity. I think she would have ditched it to go with that stranger. Or is he actually one of her childhood friends who grew up? Oh, he is. Oh, yeah, and she's really good friends with him. Oh, we also have Osbert, but he hasn't aged up yet. He was a tailor's kid. Right, so her childhood friends haven't all aged up yet, but we do have Gerald who aged up, so I'm actually going to invite him too. Okay, so I want her to greet everybody. All right, okay, so this here is Jeffrey, who we already knew from Stefanie's suitors, so he is still available. Oh great, she's hysterical. At least the emotional depths are turned off. She likes hardworking sims. Yeah, I do see that for her. So I think she liked, was it intellectual sims? Okay, so she likes cerebral sims, hardworking sims, and pessimistic sims. So she should also almost marry like a scholar or something. A sad scholar, apparently. Oh, and she's already friends with Jeffrey. And didn't she just meet Orion? Their relationship just like went straight to friends. And I just want to give us an opportunity to see Gerald. Okay, here's Gerald. Oh, yeah, I didn't do his cold outfit. Hang on a second. Okay, there we go. So this is his actual outfit that I gave him. He actually joined the guards. He aged up with this hair, and Why did you just change again? Okay, here we go. So, this is Geralt. He is another one of Lionel's children. So he is actually the brother of Osha, who's been sneaking around with Kaelin. And he grew up with this sort of badass looking hair. So I decided to have him join the guard. So let's take a look at everybody that Adrianna has met so far. First of all, we've got Geralt. We do not know what his traits are, and he is perceived as attractive, and he dislikes egotistical sims. If I remember correctly, I think one of his traits is proper. We've got Jeffrey here that we recognize from Stefanie's suitors, and first impression, they both think the other is interesting. Ooh, and he is very attractive. I bet he must be like a hardworking sim as well. And then we've got Orion, who is also very attractive, and she thinks he is admirable. And Orion thinks she is interesting. Okay. Next, we've got Herbert. She doesn't seem to perceive him as attractive or not attractive, and she thinks he's fun to be around. Okay, this sounds a bit more platonic. And lastly, we've got Jordan, who is also very attractive. Okay, so she doesn't seem to be too difficult. And he's also fun to be around. Oh, right, and there was one last sim that I wanted her to meet, or rather meet again. And that would be her old friend, Corey. Now, if you remember, why is he all sweaty? Oh, because he's jogging. Right, if you remember, they were friends way back when. They met at the park, and he was this sort of orphan boy that Stefanie had invited home, and that Adrianna became friends with, and they used to play together a lot before and during the famine. And then, I don't know why, they just sort of... Oh, they immediately became good friends. They just sort of didn't really play together anymore, so she forgot about him, apparently. So let's take a look at what her impression is of him. So they both think that the other is interesting, and of course she thinks he's also very attractive. So Adrianna so far thinks everybody is very attractive except Geralt and Herbert. So I could remove those two, and then we'll concentrate on the 4 remaining sims. And of course, I'm going to want your guys' opinion on who you think she should get to know better and maybe flirt a little with. Okay, so I'm not sure why everybody's just standing around outside. We could get everybody inside and get some drinks for everybody. I mean, she's just 13, but everybody must have been drinking beer back then, right? Oh, Emma's spirit is fading away. Oh, Gemma, you deserved so much better. Okay, can I have them all, like, come and dance together? Oh, great. I couldn't find, like, a dance together interaction, so this is it. This is, the K-pop version of Seduction or something. They're here trying to impress Adrianna with their super dance moves, with her brother leading the... Oh, and one gave up. What is this music? Okay, I've had enough of that. Oh, and the nun is here. Okay. Oh, they just gave each other a hug. So she autonomously went to chat with Corey, apparently. I'm just gonna let her go. I'm gonna let her choose whoever she wants to talk to, while Brayden is contemplating the world. How about we come and get him a drink? And why are you still... Wait, what? We can only have one Jacques in the world, okay? The world is not big enough for 2 Jacques. Goodbye, false Jacques. Okay, so... Oh, this there is Jeanette. She is Brandon's sister. Oh, and who is this young man? Osric. He's a young adult. Oh, he's one of the guards, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? I'm gonna have Adrianna come and greet him. She's autonomously still chatting with Corey, but, you know, it's good to have options. Corey has signs of the hero personality archetype, which is kind of ironic because he's living with outlaws right now, including the outlaw who attempted to kill Brayden a few years back. Okay, so she's here at the bar. Let's have her... oh, okay, so Corey is hyper. Okay. He's absent-minded. Okay, but I'm more interested in Osric over here. Okay, Osric. Interesting. Oh, he's a young adult, so we probably won't get any attraction signs. Okay, so here is Corey, who apparently followed us to the bar to keep chatting. So he seems pretty into her. And oh, it's Stuart Hale. It's Gemma's first husband. So he's the father of one of the suitors that we had over here. Oh, and we've got a nun in Glita. She's the one working at the keep. Okay, so it's 3 p.m. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I just wanted to give like a preliminary introduction of a few of her potential suitors. He's Orion Hale, isn't he? Yeah, he's the son of Stuart over there. Yeah, so I'm gonna head on home. We're gonna go and complete a few more chores, get some money. But I just wanted to, you know, have a look at who Adrianna could be marrying. And in the next few years, we could also age up a few of her other friends and see if they might be good suitors for her as well. I'm especially interested in Osbert because he's a little bit higher class. He's a tailor. The outlaw is always here. He's always at the bar. But yeah, Osbert might be interesting because since he's higher class, he might actually be more educated, and she may like him if he's a bit more cerebral than the other Sims. Osric is a lover. Okay, and he's hot. Okay, I can see that. He is not a bad-looking guy. Well, maybe, yeah, when he's talking, he might look a little bit strange. He's optimistic, but she prefers pessimistic Sims, so he might not be the one for her. Look at Corey! He's still here. He came and sat down with her on his own. Okay, so, yep, we've seen a little bit more of her potential suitors, and we're gonna head on home. Okay, so we're back at the main household, and I'm gonna have these guys work a bit on the farm, clean things up, interact with all of our animals, and just generally try and get some money. Hey honey, it's Mom. What are you going to come visit? Mom, you were literally here this morning, but you can come on over right now if you want. Come and see how Esther is doing here. She wants to tease Brayden. Well, why not? She's gonna go greet her mom, and then I'm gonna have her go and tease her big brother. Tease about crush. Yeah, sure. She's gonna go tease her big brother about his wife, I guess? Or no, didn't he had a crush on Eleonora. I don't know if that's still a thing. No. She's still extremely attractive though. So he's feeling super flirty. He might go and interact with his wife a little. Oh, right, so I'm having Adrianna craft some nectar. I wonder if I should maybe make a little section of basement where I could put these nectar bottles. I think they age faster in a basement, if I'm not mistaken. Cream Mini Sheep is thinking of leaving soon. Where are you? You ingrate. Another visitor who is, oh, it's Vasco, the baker. He is also at an age where he can get married, but I already have plans for who he is going to marry. I'll still have Esther come and here, she's going to introduce herself to her cousin and she's going to invite him in. Okay, not bad. We're at 4,000 simoleons. We're close to having enough money for our next marriage, who would technically be Gabriella, but I'm not sure she's quite ready for that yet. So we could always wait a little bit. Okay, she's happy to see her son. Aw, Fatima's over here autonomously flirting with her husband. So that's good. And she's going to be in her 3rd trimester in 19 hours. So yeah, she's probably going to be giving birth near the end of the year. Brayden and Fatima get along so well. Of all the Sims who could have found a soulmate outside of their marriage, Fatima is kind of a surprising choice because she and Brayden really get along well. Look at these two. They're perfect for each other. I can't believe your soulmate is someone else. It's so sad. Okay, the weather is absolutely terrible, and we've got Vasco just sort of sitting here out in the rain. So it's a great moment to head on over to sunny Tartosa. Here we are over in Tartosa, and we are at an inn where Lucia and Endrio have been living. So they escaped the ship that they were stowed away on, and they spent several days begging on the streets, trying to find work, trying to find food, stealing it when they could, until they met Miss Hélène Rochefort over here, who is originally from Willow Creek and who moved to Tartosa to open her inn. And so she offered them work in her inn, cooking and cleaning after the guests, and also looking after her other employees. Now, you might notice that the other employees are young ladies, and that is because this isn't any kind of inn. It's a brothel. Our two little kids here could not really choose since they didn't really have any other choice, so they just sort of ended up here. And they are thankful for the work, and they might actually be a little bit too young to understand what exactly is happening here. Like, they must see that most of the clients are men, but, you know, it's not a seedy brothel. It's meant to be okay. You know, it's not high class, but it's not really a rundown, shady sort of place. And so far, everything has been going pretty well for them. They've been cleaning, cooking, and generally running errands for Madame Hélène. And Lucia over here, sure, Andrea likes small talk. And so Lucia over here, she is due to age up into a teen, which is a little dangerous given that she is currently living in a brothel, but the madame won't ask her to do anything that's against her wishes. So I'm going to let her age up here, and she is going to be kept on as a servant. Of course, before we can age her up, we need to roll. She cannot roll a 7. 13, and she is absolutely fine. We are going to roll right away to see if she gets married. Oh no, hang on a second. I already did the roll to see if she gets married. That's right, that's why she's in a brothel. Okay, so we're going to age her up to a teen. And there we go. So she is open-minded and mean. She is now hedonistic, which is pretty good for someone living in a brothel, and a slob. Okay, why not? I don't mind. And as a teen, I'm going to have her... So we could either go for admired icon. Since she's in a brothel, maybe she is going to be interested in joining the ladies and trying to get some wealthy clients. Or otherwise, she might just be interested in the drama, and she could stay as a servant and just enjoy hearing about all the stories that happen here. Although, yeah, she's hedonistic. I think she's going to end up getting some clients of her own. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, that's an interesting hairstyle. She is rather pretty, though, and she aged up with a scar. Okay, we could keep that. Maybe she got wounded while she was stowed away on the ship, or when she escaped, or maybe when she was stealing. She might have gotten caught and gotten hurt at some point, like her little brother Endrio there. So when the Baker orphans were orphaned, I did the marriage and pregnancy rolls right away because I wanted to see where I should send them based on their roles. And so she ended up rolling not to marry, but she does have 5 baby tries. So what I'm thinking is that she might join the ladies in this inn, or let's say join their profession, and she might get some clients of her own and maybe strive to be the mistress of a rich lord in Tartosa or something. So I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna play a little bit with the household and we'll see what she's interested in doing. But having her be a hedonistic sim, I do see her maybe enjoying the life at the brothel. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her a makeover, and I will see you on the other side. All right, so here's Lucia after her little makeover. I did accidentally remove her scars while I was doing her skin details, so I added this one back, and I couldn't remember what she had before. So this is what she's going to have from now on. And so here she is in all her splendor. I think she looks quite cute, and I think Madame Hélène is going to have her eye on her as a potential employee. Okay, so she's just 13. She's still a little bit young. Younger than I feel comfortable playing as her in a brothel. So we are going to let her age up a little bit, and we'll probably be coming back to Tartosa when Endrio, her little brother, ages up into a teen, and then we can see what Lucia decides that she wants to get up to. And will she thrive or not in this sort of environment? I thought I'd look in on the Townsends on my way back to our main household, and it turns out that Stefanie is actually in labor. So we are going to come over here and have this baby. Infant. Oh, she's not in labor. She's just tense because it's an unwanted pregnancy. Why is it unwanted, though? I thought she wanted children. Oh, she doesn't? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound like Stefanie. There, she's now happy to have a child. That seems more in tune with how she was with all of her younger siblings, and now having a stable home to raise her children in. I think she would be quite happy here, and quite happy to have more children. So how are things going with our false little twinsies here? Oh, the infant is feeling insecure from being around a smug sim who is Brayden. Okay, oh, Brayden and his mustache. I really need to take him into cast to get rid of that mustache. She likes fitness. Okay, sure, Sheila. Why not? Well, since we're here, and while we're waiting for her to go into labor, it actually is Stefanie's young adult birthday, and oh boy, she does not look happy to be having her birthday. So we are going to go ahead and roll for her. The only numbers that she needs to avoid are 2 and 6. And she is perfectly fine. So Stefanie survives young adulthood. Will she survive her pregnancy, though? Only time will tell. So while we wait for her to have her child, I'm going to go back to our main household, and I'm going to keep working on getting some money. And we'll see if she gives birth before the end of this episode, and if not, then we will be back in the next episode. Okay, so I'm back with the Barrows, and the first thing that I see is that Fatima has dreamy eyes from crushing on someone nearby. So you know what? She's already pregnant. Let's have them have a little bit of intimacy, while Adrianna, once again, is going to go take care of the farm on her own, and she wants to go argue with her little sister. Well, you know what? She and Esther's relationship has always been pretty rocky, so I'm gonna let her go and do that, and then we're gonna go work on the farm. Adrianna and Esther have a difficult family dynamic. Why, yes, I would say that. Oh, a rainbow egg. 225 simoleons? Yes, please. And of course, Adrianna now wants to go argue with Brayden about job. So maybe she's going to go and tell him, you know, while you're screwing around with your wife, I'm over here doing all the work on your lousy ass farm. You're forcing me to meet all these weird guys and see who I want to get married, so you want to get rid of me, but I'm the one doing all the work around here, and I cannot take it anymore. You had better start working. Okay. Yeah, so Adrianna getting along with everyone as usual. Whoever marries her is gonna have a really hard time. Like, can you imagine? She's just constantly insulting everyone. How's their relationship? Their relationship somehow is still maxed out. She's in range to earn the argumentative trait, which is very appropriate. Oh, he has a bad sentiment with her. You know, as much as Brayden must be thankful that she's there to take care of the farm while he's, well, trying to mend things with Fatima, I think he might actually be looking forward to getting rid of her because she is very difficult to get along with, and she always has been. Oh, he's crying! Oh my god. Okay, Adrianna, go pick on someone else. Maybe I'll have her come and take care of the animals. That's like the only thing she genuinely enjoys. Stefanie gave birth. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give a name to the baby, and then we're gonna go and actually see the household to go and do the roles. So let's Joyce Townsend. Joyce? Joy? Joy Townsend? No, that was my aunt's name. Tara. Oh, that's cool. Tara Townsend. Yeah, I like that. Okay, Tara Townsend. Just one little baby. Okay, so I'm gonna finish things up over here, get a few chores done, and before we end the day, we're gonna go and look in on Stefanie, and hopefully she and little baby Tara survive. I mean, you can't not survive with a name like that, right? Our sheep and goats keep complaining that they're dirty, and I'm not happy, and I want to leave, but I have such a hard time finding them to actually clean them. Oh, at least they're all chilling around here this time. Alright, so I did spend a little bit of money to do a little basement over here to come and put our nectar so that it ages faster, because I'm not sure if it's bugged out or something, but all of the nectar that I put there like 2 years ago have not aged at all. The ones that were already lightly aged stayed lightly aged. So I don't know if it bugged out or something. Have you guys been experiencing any issues with this? This is like the first time that I really use it. Like I used it on our last household and everything was fine. But I don't know. Did I maybe do something that I shouldn't have? I'm not sure. We now have that used up a bit of our funds, but well, Fatima is going to keep spinning some thread, and she's probably gonna make all that money back pretty fast. Brayden is over here enraged. Oh, I thought he was angry because he got into a fight with Adrianna, but no, he's just having a mood swing. Jeez, Vasco is here again? He's here like every day. Oh great, Vasco is talking to Fatima. Better not start flirting. Fatima got into enough trouble with Brayden's family members. Alright, so before the day ends, we are gonna go and look in on the Townsends to do the death rolls. Here we are in the Townsend household, so we are going to go straight upstairs to come see our new little baby, Tara. I am going to have Stefanie come on over here. Alright, so we are going to roll for Stefanie first. And she's fine, and we are gonna roll for baby. Baby survives, and does baby survive infancy? She does! Great! Well, Stefanie's having all the luck that we could have used in our main household, but that's okay. We are gonna have another chance in the next episode for Fatima to have a surviving baby. Oh, I feel like Stefanie was just meant for this. You know, she took such good care of her younger siblings when she was younger, and now she has kids of her own. It just seems like it was meant to be. It is the end of the day and also the end of the half year, and so I'm going to be leaving this part here. We had incredible luck on the dice today, and I hope the trend is going to continue into the second half of the year because Fatima and Daisy are both going to be giving birth. I would like to have your input on if you have any suitors in mind for Adrianna. Did you think anybody looked more interesting, or do you think there is a potential love match in the cards for her? I'm wondering if maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I mean, she's very attracted to everyone, but they're all sort of farmhands or peasants, and I wonder, since she prefers cerebral sims, if I should be looking somewhere else, or maybe she should be looking into somebody who's a little bit older. So let me know if you guys have any thoughts, and once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.